All right, welcome back. So these videos are a series of videos to walk through how to set up Minecraft in Linux. And for part of this, I did it on an old or older laptop, and you could do that on a repurposed desktop. But for the videos, I'm showing them being done in VirtualBox, which is a virtualization software. So previous videos, we've set up Linux, we've downloaded Linux, we've set up Linux, we've installed the right things onto our Linux instance, and then we've connected now through PuTTY. I'll go ahead and do that right now. And I'll go ahead and put this on the side. And so we'll go ahead and log into our server. And then we set up a number of folders, and we got it to run the first time and connected to it. So that's basically where we are. One of the things, especially for people that don't really want to mess around with Linux too much, there's really only 3 commands that you're going to need if we go through the process of actually automatically starting, stopping, and backing up your Linux server. So we will go ahead and do the startup shutdown script right now. So we had already installed Nano, which is a text editor, and we're going to a folder, system, and remember I'm just hitting the tab button to kind of fill it out. Actually, let's just go ahead and just change directory to etc system system. All right. And remember we did basically this list. Typically, this folder or this file won't exist. So what you would do is you would do sudo nano Minecraft. So even if this file doesn't exist, you can basically just go ahead and create it with this command. And then you can also just do it from any place. So if you were somewhere else in the directory, the hierarchy of the system, and then you could do Minecraft at service. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and edit that, and of course we put in our password. So I've already included this in here, and what I'll end up doing is probably posting this information. You have a unit, a service, and this is the directory we created. If you remember, we used the opt Minecraft. Remember we created a user group called Minecraft, a user and a group, and then these are the start. The key here is this one right here. This just means how much memory you want to allocate to every instance. This is the actual name of the file. So you remember when I renamed the Minecraft server from like Minecraft server 1.15.2 jar, I renamed it to this because, and then put it into the survival folder. That's important. And then we'll just go ahead and this is just information for stopping the server. All right. So we would Control X once you created that, and we'll go ahead and list it again. Here, let's go ahead and clear and list. And all I'm going to do is change, we did this before, change mod, which is we're changing the permissions. And in this case, I can go like a plus x Minecraft, and you see that this changed, and it just means it's going to be executable. So that was change mod a plus x Minecraft service. All right, let's go back to opt.minecraft. and we'll come in here, clear, and we'll look at it again. So the reason it was Minecraft at dot or period service is it will go in and find any folder. So when you want to actually start it, you sudo systemctl start Minecraft at survival service. So what's nice about this is when you run it, it will go through and start your instance, and you can then disconnect from the server. The way you do, we did it before. You pretty much have to stay connected or have it running. And of course, I have my laptop actually in the garage, but it could be in like a closet or a basement or somewhere else just out of sight, and all you're doing is just communicating it with it. Now I can do systemctl just a status Minecraft survival service, and it shows that it's active. So let's go ahead and hit the connect. Go ahead and minimize all this stuff that isn't needed. And this is how you see if it's active or not. It will actually say disabled, and I'll show it a little later when we show that. We've already connected once to the server. We've already added in. Let me go ahead and do this. So I just picked this one, multiplayer. Remember, we had this. We just called it VirtualBox. Last time I said 25, 25, 25, but it's 25, 5, 5, 5. We changed that in it. All right, so we'll go ahead and join the server. All right, it is nighttime. So this of course is the instance that we just worked on. There's a spider. So let's just say there's an Enderman. So let's just say we want to shut it down. Well, we can do the exact same thing, but instead we'll go stop. And what you can see right here, it says server shut down in 5 seconds, saving all, and connection is lost. So now you can see that Minecraft server is not running. And in this case, when you do it, you can actually just hit colon with a Q, which is like a quit command. All right. So if you had, let's go ahead and clear. If you had two instances of sudo, so remember last time I was able to just hit the up arrow, and you can, so this is why it's nice, because once you have these commands, you just have to hit the up and down arrow even when you've logged on and logged off. So let's go, we'll start it again, but then we'd be able to, if we had it, we'd have a creative. Really, it's whatever the folder is called. All right, let's go ahead and cancel that right now, because that's, at least on my side, that's pretty loud. Okay, so it started again. It's in the background, so status. All right, and at that point, you could really just exit and play until you're done. Now, what we are going to do is we're going to connect back, because I'm going to show you this backup. Key for a backup script for Minecraft is you want to have, so I've had to use this a number of times. You want to have the server stopped. So to actually run the backup. All right. We are going to get into the folder, .minecraft. And really at this point it doesn't matter where you put it. I'm just putting it in the Minecraft server area. You would do the same thing. Either you could create the script, or you can just do sudo, if it's not there, nano backup script, and it's a shell script. We'll put in our password, and there it is. Bin bash. Okay, so everything that has these pound signs or hashes in front of it, that just means it's not going to run. This one, because we have this folder, we have survival And so we call it, we basically create a variable called survival directory. You have where you want what you want the file to be called once you've backed it up, and I'm going to put that into, and you remember we created this folder, Minecraft Backups. I'm going to call it survival backup, and then I'm going to, this basically takes the date from today, and then it creates a zip file. If you are doing other types of Linux stuff, you may not want to use zip file, but this is easy because it's pretty well known across even Windows platforms or Macs or whatever you have. All right, and then this command actually goes in and zips up the -r. We've seen that before, which is recursive. It just means get everything in the folder, and then create this file, and then from this directory. And then it will just say, it'll print it's backed up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and exit out, and then yes, we're modifying it. Actually, I think I just messed that up. Yeah, because I put that in front. All right, so we'll go back. So now we have it. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other one. Change mod a plus x backup script to actually make it run, and you can see it changed color as you list it out. All right, so I'm going to change directory to survival, and what you'll see is all this information. Before, we only had the end user licensing agreement, you have the server, you had a couple of these other things, but this, your world files, that's where all this backup information is. So if you have an issue, that's where it is. Okay, let's go ahead and clear. So if you're changing directories, you want to go to this directory. You're in this one, you want to go to here. I'm going to open up this file, server properties, and you can just nano, you don't have to use sudo. So what you find down here, let me look where it is. Okay, this level world, the level name is world. If I change this to world 2, that folder that we saw before would actually be named world 2. If you can name it anything you wanted to, but the default is world. And again, in case you're joining, we changed the server port. If you have multiple servers running at the same time, you need to have each one on its own unique port. We set the IP address. We set a specific seed. We definitely have this as the server survival. And if you really wanted to, what we can do is, change the name that shows up. This is a VirtualBox Minecraft server on port 25555, and that's how it will show up. All right, and that is pretty much it for right now. And actually, let's go ahead and exit out because I needed to actually let's go back. I actually did some changes. Let's go ahead and do it right here. Just actually makes it much easier and nicer. Box Minecraft on port 25555. Survival Minecraft. Exit out. That's Control X. All right. So next we can just get out of this. All right. So we were looking at the world file, and if we go back to nano backup, what you can, again, you'll see this is the directory, and then it goes through and does a backup. So yes, sorry, exit, no, clear. All right, what we're going to do is, remember, you shut down the Minecraft server. Again, I'm just pressing the up arrow. I don't feel like going and typing it in. I probably should. All right, let's go ahead and stop it. Stop. We'll make sure it's shut down. it is, :q. All right, now we're going to actually run the backup script. Okay, so you can either run it by doing the full path, Minecraft backup script like this. That's easy because it doesn't matter where you are, you can basically run it. If you happen to be in the directory in which it lives, like this one, you would actually do sudo period backup script. All right, either one is fine. Because this will be in memory where I can go back and do it, I basically hit that backup script, and you can see it goes through, it gets all the information. Just go to the backup, and you can see it basically created that zip file right there. Now, last time I mentioned about FileZilla. So this is FileZilla. And what I would do is go in here, I'd create a new site. Remember, we did secure file transfer, 192.168.11.146.22. I can put in my username. Again, you need to ask for my password and connect. Sure, whatever. I do not save passwords. All right. All right. So you trust, at least I do. All right. Now this is you've now logged into your server. Remember, I'm not sure why that is doing that. We're in Minecraft. We go to Minecraft backups, go to survival. And let's just see. We're going to go to my desktop. That's fine. We'll just right here. This is all right. And then let's go back. Then we'll just pull this in and copy it. And that's it. Easy. All right. And then we can just go ahead and disconnect if you want to, or you can exit. So the idea there is then you can go in and actually back up your server when you need to. All right. Well, those are the two automated scripts. So really, there's only once you get into this, there's really only 2 or 3 or kind of 2 that are variants. And that is, let's just go to the home directory. That is sudo systemctl start Minecraft at survival.service. That's one. The other one is status. The other one is stop. And then the next one is backup. So remember, stop your server so you can back it up. You don't have to do that all the time, but I usually do it every couple days, or if they play for a while, I'll do it right afterwards. I'll just stop the server and back up. All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed and you've learned something. I am definitely not a Minecraft expert. I've only done this for a couple months, and I'm definitely not a Linux expert as well. Anyway, the next video will actually go through some things, especially when it comes to kind of like helping out younger kids when they're actually playing Minecraft on your Minecraft server. All right, thanks.